Hey everybody, it's Paul with Salt Creek Steamers, and if you ask your customers what the number one problem that they have with dog or cat urine, it's the smell, it's the ammonia smell. And I'm doing a small area here that on the surface doesn't look like it has any urine problems whatsoever. But once I expose it to the ultraviolet light, then you're going to be able to see the spots that we're going to be able to take out. What we're going to do is we're going to be using the 1-2 punch of IOR, Instant Odor Remover, and JOSR, which is the pre-spray that we put on after we put on the IOR. So I've already mixed my jugs, and I'm going to show you the mixing procedure a little bit later, but IOR has a good shelf life. It's the one that you spray on to the spots, you saturate the spots with it, then you pre-scrub, and then you follow it up with JOSR and use that as your preconditioner, and then you can scrub again, and then you extract. Now, I've only mixed as much as I need because it's a very small area, so that's something that you want to keep in mind, and that's how we're going to tackle the problem. Now, let me get my blue light and kind of walk around with you to show you the different spots that I can see. There's a little spot right there. Whoops. There you go. There's some little spotting there. There's a little spot there. Not too bad, but they have an older dog, and the dog likes to urinate. Now, keep in mind, some of the spots that you're going to see fluoresce under the UV light are going to be possibly detergents and stuff that people have used to try to clean up the mess. Well, we're going to eliminate these spots altogether. And as I go around and find these spots, these are the spots that we're going to saturate with the Instant Odor Remover. It's going to remove the ammonia smell that is in urine 100%, and it's going to last. So that's what our objective is today. Oh boy, here's a big area right here. Can you see that? Okay. So just kind of look around, see what you got, and see the areas that you're going to spray. And one thing to keep in mind is that you don't want to mix these two products together because it will not function the way you want it to. Step one is to apply the IOR to the urine spots, saturate it pretty good. You want to get into the padding. You want to remove the ammonia smell in the urine. Then you're going to use your CRB to agitate those areas, work it into the carpet. And then the next step is you're going to use your JOSR as your preconditioner before you clean with your neutral detergent. The IOR and JOSR combination is the best 1-2 punch for urine treatment. Part 1, the Instant Odor Remover, eliminates inorganic odors. Part 2, JOSR, or Joe's Odor and Stain Remover, eliminates organic stains and odors. The starter pack includes Part 1 IOR, Part 2 JOSR, an ammonia test kit, a 2.5 ounce scoop, and a free surprise sample fragrance. The fragrance is a nice addition that you can add after you've already treated and cleaned the carpets. Remember to take into consideration the size of the job and then mix accordingly. The mixing instructions for IOR are 1 scoop per gallon for pump-up or electric sprayers, and 5 to 6 scoops plus 4 quarts of water in a hydroforce sprayer that distributes at a 4-to-1 ratio. IOR has a long shelf life and can be mixed prior to the job. For JOSR, you'll mix 1 scoop per gallon for pump-up sprayers or electric sprayers. You'll use 4 to 6 scoops plus 4 quarts of water at a 4-to-1 ratio for hydroforce sprayers. It is recommended that you mix your JOSR at the job site because it has a short shelf life. Okay, so I'm going to work on this area that has the urine. And the tools that I'm going to use today are going to be my Namco CRB, and I'm going to use an RX-20, although you don't need to use an RX-20 because it's the chemicals that are doing the work on the urine to get rid of the smell, and that's the way that we're going to approach it. And step 1, using our IOR, we're going to saturate those areas a little bit, and that's going to start the process of getting rid of the ammonia smell. The first spot that I noticed is this one. So we've got a pretty good sized area here that I'm going to saturate. So let me get my IOR and let's start on that one. So you want to get it wet enough to where it's going to go down into the padding, because this is a pretty heavy spot. And then after we spray it, we're going to use the CRB to work it in. Just going to get this whole area. Okay, I think we've covered ourselves there. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, it starts there. Kind of works around here. So I think we did a pretty good job of capturing that one. Maybe a little spray right there. All right, let's try our next one. And it's a good idea to use your ultraviolet light to find these spots. There's a little spot there. I'm not sure what that is. It could be detergent, because detergent also fluoresces. You know what? It kind of runs through here too. So there's a spot there. And there's a spot there. So let's get this whole area. Put a lot on there. Be generous with it, because it'll work better if you do. Okay, so working our way back, let's see what we have. Oh, there's a spot. There's a spot. There's a spot. There's a spot. All right, so we're going to get this section. And remember, IOR is designed to remove the ammonia smell from the affected areas. It's not used as a preconditioner. IOR has a long shelf life too, so you can keep it for a while and use it later than you mix it. Okay, so we're going to agitate using our CRB. I'm going over it kind of slowly so that it works itself in there pretty good into the fiber. And you notice, as usual, when we use a CRB, it kicks up a little cat hair or dog hair or whichever. They have both. Let's just go ahead and agitate the area really well. Now I'm going to agitate again because I'm going to use the JOSR as my preconditioner. JOSR is designed to remove visible signs of urine stains. We don't have any here, but nonetheless, because it packs a 1-2 punch using both of them, that's what we're going to do here today. Okay, there's my JOSR. Let's go ahead and get that going. I'm going to do a very light coat. Get the stairs. All right, now we're going to clean. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our CRB, my Namco CRB. Looks a little different than normal CRB, so it throws people off a little. Just going to get the traffic areas real fast. Okay, so the final step is our cleaning stuff, and that's what we're doing now. But the nice thing about IOR, Instant Odor Remover, is that once you spray it, it starts working, so there is no long dwell time you need. Okay, so here's our finished result before we rake it. Some customers like the swirls that in our Rotovac leaves, but we're going to rake this one. No smell, and it looks beautiful. Thank you.